Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with just a short video. I'm going to package off all of the donations that I've received over the past. It's been over a month, so I thought I would go ahead and send this off to Hayden. Again, if you don't know the story around Hayden, he lost his collection, and we set up a fundraiser to at least do what we can to get his collection back. And I was waiting on a mat to being made. Unfortunately, I just miscommunication. I think that mat's not going to get here in any sort of time. So since it's been a month, I thought I'd just send what we've accumulated right now, so at least the Hayden can have a deck in standard before it actually rotates. So again, big shout out here. Again, this is going to be a little bit choppy because I'm trying to tape it with one hand. Big shout out here to Jason. Jason sent an entire mono black, or not mono black, black white mid-range deck, and I'll just kind of show you the contents in it. It's just a pretty normal black-white deck here. So we have a Whip of Erebos, an Elspeth, we have Opposite Aughts, and Blood Barons. Whoa, we're going crazy here. It's tough video camera with one hand. Pack Rats, Lifebane Zombies, etc., 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 Desecration Demons, but even Thoughtseize. So he really spared no expense on the deck. So again, big shout out here to Jason for sending that entire deck. And then we had a bunch of other donations. If I don't mention this video, it's just because I'm just unorganized here and don't have the list of everyone that donated. But through the donations, I'm able to get, here we have a box of Dragon Shield sleeves. And that'll be for whatever all-purpose he needs. And then we also have another box of Dragon Shield sleeves that I've made for his commander. Now, some of the commander cards in here, his commander is Giora. So I thought I'd try to find as many cards around the store that the store could donate for Giora. And this deck might seem pretty bad, but at least it will get him started on a commander deck. And commander decks do start out not optimal, so I mean that'll be fun for him to at least try to build his deck back up to optimal. And again, I don't know much about commander, so please be kind of easy on my choices here. So of course there's a Guildgate, a Reliquary Tower, Desolate Lighthouse, Halmar Depths, got an Evolving Wilds, a Steam Vents, Temple of Epiphany, Terramorphic Expanse, so he's going to be able to at least go get the source he needs. Nivix Airy of the Firemind, I thought it seemed like a pretty good card. Temple of the False God, the Kangaroo Is It Boilworks, Is It Cluestone. Of course, I think it's going to be an artifact-oriented theme, so there's Gilded Lotus, a Witchbane Orb, ways to make his commander hexproof. They're Whispersteel Cloak, Swiftfoot Boots, Signet, Ring of Three Wishes, and then of course you're going to want your artifacts indestructible. Also, that's an easy one to suspend with Giora. Again, I know Giora usually goes for like Eldrazi's. I could not find any Eldrazi's around the store. Staff of Nin, so more of an artifact theme. Voltaic Key, Nim's Death Metal, this was actually donated. And then ways to actually take control of permanents. I thought Guildfield would be a fun card in here. Again, take control of more permanents. Take control of more permanents with Conjurer's Currency. A Treasure Mage that was donated. We got the Zealous Conscripts because it's really in here for this combo. I thought this combo would be fun to put in a commander deck between Gilded Lotus, Zealous Conscripts, and Deadeye Navigator. So you can generate unlimited mana with that combo. Melik seemed like a good alternate commander. Also, he seemed pretty good in the deck. So I thought I'd throw in some like Hypersonic Dragons. Bear of the Heavens, why not? That's something you suspend and reset the game. This just seems like a silly card to suspend as well. Arbiter Ideal, Foil, both Primordials in the color, Jason Mindseeker, Djinn Illuminati. Seemed like a pretty good card. So again, it's not, the deck is kind of going off in different directions here. I know it's not tuned because it wants to be doing different stuff with spells and like artifacts. Charmbreaker Devils, Keranos God of the Storm, Niv Mizzet Draco Genius, Sphinx of Athun, a Fog Bank, seems like a pretty common card in Commander, just to slow stuff down. A Melik Charlatan, Shura Clone, another good suspend card with the Stormtide Leviathan. Ways to copy some spells. A Devil's Play for that combo as well, for the make unlimited mana and then at least you can kill a player. Counterflux, why not? Very good counterspell. Another Rewind to help protect your cards. Spell Twine. Invoke the Fire Mine once you have a lot of mana. That's another way. Reverberate. Wild Ricochet, very good card in Commander. Again, Steam Augury to help you find what you need. Fire Mine's Foresight, because actually this is a pretty good card. This is a span. You get 3 cards out of it, and mana costs 3, 2, and 1. And I'm pretty sure that each one of those you can find a relevant target. We have the Stolen Identity, Devastation Tide, Repel, Muddle, which can also go and transmute for another 2-drop, being a lot of times being like the Whisper Silk Cloak and whatnot. Spellburst, Fabricate, Counterspell, a Thought Scour just to put stuff in the graveyard and draw some cards, a Brainstorm, and then a good old Preordain and Ponder. So the ways to sift through your deck. So again, I don't know much about Commander, but a lot of those were either donations or cards that I just found would go well in the deck. And lastly, what we're able to do here is he definitely wanted his Splinter Twin deck, and this is mostly done. So again, a huge shout out to all the people that donated. Got a bunch of the lands donated. We got a ton of other cards paid through donations. So I am using Telling Time here because I could not find any Serum Visions in this entire store. I think we sold them all out recently. So Telling Times will kind of have to do as the Serum Visions or Sleight of Hand. And then we have Electrolyzes for the Splinter Twin. 4 Sulphur Falls, which were donated. So big shout out to the person that donated those. I can't remember the name right off the bat again. I'll give you credit for it. Steam Vents. We have the Pestermite. There's actually going to be 4 of those in there. And then we have 3 Snapcaster Mages and 2 Spell Skites. And these came from my personal collection, these Splinter Twins. So we got 4 Splinter Twins. And then the Deceiver Exarchs and the Pestermites. Got all those. So some mana leaks, probes, Gitaxian probes to make sure that you know your combo is going to go off. And then 4 remands. Again, thank you for those donations for the remands. The lightning bolts. A lot of these ins and outs were actually donated by the artist of this mat, Nate Slover. Go check out his work. I'll try to put a link. So big shout out to Nate. So yeah, Nate had a bunch of the odds and ends that he sent. Some more Gitaxian probes and 1 more Telling Time. And then the sideboard, again, the sideboard isn't really optimal, but we have some more counterfluxes. We have a Tormod's Crypt against Storm and any other graveyard type strategy. Another Relic of Progenitus for that exact reason. Magma Spray against Pod. It's a great one of against Pod. If you have it, you have it. Pyroclasm against Affinity. Shattering Spree versus Affinity. Is It Charm is just an all-around great card. 3 of those. Combust against